Is this thing on T minus? Yo. Hey T minus, is this shit on? Alright. I got the lapel hanging from my shit, so it looked like, feel me, my shirt a little V-neck-ish. But anyways, welcome to my channel, man. It's Landon, Brazile. If you guys are new here, I'm a 24-year-old. I'm documenting my journey on real estate, business, technology, and lifestyle. And then, you know, the real estate side. So I have like 4 videos already about like strictly real estate. And I'm gonna keep doing real estate videos. But because of like how I explained this channel in the beginning, I'm excited to show you guys. And we're gonna get back to the house videos. Right now, I'm kind of like in a period of like, I gotta get city permits pulled, so the house is just, you know, stagnant where it's at. But it's a lot of things I want to show you guys because it's a lot of things I want to do to the house before they actually start working. Today is a different video. It's more so the 5 books that I would recommend you read. These are the 5 books that I've had for a long time, but this month I would say they've been really imperative to, you know, how I think and how I operate my life. And when I explain these books to you guys, you start to understand a little bit of how everything works. And there's one book that I don't have right now with me. It's called Think and Grow Rich. Really good book. It kind of changes the mindset of somebody who isn't really thinking like that to somebody who starts to think more on like a real estate business, make money level. So excited to share that book with you guys. So the first book that I have is the Kabbalah of Money. And this basically is a book that gives you the Jewish insights of how Jewish people gift and receive money and make money. I started this book maybe like 3 months ago, and I finished it probably like a month ago. So it took me a while to read it because I had a lot of other things going on. But I finished it. Really good book. Really enjoyed this book. I would recommend it to anybody. If you just have that curiosity of like how, you know, money moves and how money works throughout communities, I think reading this book would be perfect. A lot of the Jewish people have those type of connections and have those type of money that we always think about and are curious about. So go check out this book. The next book is The Power of Mindful Learning. This is my favorite book. I will say that this is my favorite book, like all time right now, besides like Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. I would say this is my favorite book because I've been reading this book for the past 5 years. This is more like a reference book, but it's a really good book because I will be in different stages of my life, and this book fits every stage that I get in my life to where I start reading it again. So I would say this is a powerful book. It teaches you the concepts of how people learn, how to learn, the best way that you can learn, ways that you can use strategy to help you learn and become a better learner. It's also a really good perspectives book. So if you're about perspectives, the psychology of, you know, how people learn and how people, you know, want to be great, this book is the perfect book for it. I will actually have all the links to all these books in my description, so go check that out. The next book that I have is The Color of Law. Now, I got this book when I was in college. The reason I got this book when I was in college was because I liked the color of how it
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Wasn't really into like all like the, you know, zoning and everything that this book talks about, but I was able to capture those things when I started reading this book. And I'm so glad that I was able to get this book so early, because now this book is very useful for what I'm doing now. I invest in real estate, so it's a perfect book to kind of know how, you know, these cities are set up, how the railroads separate certain cities from one another. Like this book gives a rundown of everything, and it uses color codes. So if you ever go on Google, just search The Color of Law, and it will show you maps of like how every city works, how every city operates. And I think this is just a really good book to inform anybody on that. The next book that I have, this is not like, this is really like a learning book. So Quadrivium is a really good book. It's not like a storybook or anything like that, but it teaches about shapes and all this other stuff. How science is really like more of like a scientific book. I'm a science person, so I really like science. And a friend gave me this book a while back ago. And the crazy thing about how I operate is like sometimes I'll see a book, I'll be like, oh, that's a good book, but I don't think I'm ready to read it. So I'll get the book and I'll wait to read it until I feel like I'm ready to read it. But the reason why I get the book so early is because either I don't want to forget about the book, or I want to have the book, and when it becomes a time where I can actually read the book or feel comfortable reading the book, I would get straight to it and start reading the book rather than having to go to the store and go get the book. So like The Power of Mindful Learning, it took me a while to like really feel like I'd be able to understand the concepts in the book. And I started understanding the concepts in the book as the older I got. When authors write books, some authors may be 30 years old. Some authors may be 50 years old. If you're a 18-year-old reading a book that a 60-year-old scientist wrote, then it's probably going to be hard to understand. So you got to get a little older, make a little bit more experiences, meet a little more people, so that you can kind of understand concepts and certain things. So that's how I typically operate with books. I've had books for a long time that I haven't read yet. I do plan on reading those books just because of timing. I want to make sure that when I'm reading these books, I kind of understand everything that's going on. So I don't want to be too young but in a book and be too lost. So that's the reason why. So those are my 4 books. I mentioned 5, one in the beginning. Think and Grow Rich will also be in the description below. These are my top books right now. I enjoy reading these books. I would probably say 3 of these books are books that I could read again. The Kabbalah of Money is a book that I would love to spread to somebody else. I was reading the book, and then maybe like 2 months later, a lot of the things that was happening in the book started coming to my life. Like I started experiencing a lot of the things that Jewish people practice in their life. I started seeing it in my life. I think when you read, you start understanding things, you start seeing things better. Yeah, so thank you. My 5 books, go check those books out. I would love and appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'm really grateful of everything that's happening on this channel. All the people that believe in what I'm doing, everybody that wants to support me can come over here and support me. I want to keep this channel as authentic as possible. I want to show you guys how I'm making stuff happen, what I'm doing to make stuff happen, who's teaching me these types of things to make this certain stuff happen. So that's what this channel is for. That's, kind of what I want to show on this channel. For now, I want to show you guys, I want to document every step of this journey, starting with the house that I show you guys in the video. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's Landon, Brazil, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.